So guys, I am going to tell you a little bit about the three pictures that I'm going to show you. The first one is going to be of myself sitting on a cat or a caterpillar, which is as phony as a $3 bill. I mean, I was sitting on the thing all right, but it wasn't moving anywhere, and I had nothing to do with it. So it just is a picture of bragging, you know. But sorry guys, there are some problems with the picture and the explanation of it. The second picture is of the three of us, three tent mates, myself on the left, and then Joe, my illustrious friend, in the middle, and then on the right is the Crow Indian. And the last picture wasn't taken by me, it was taken from the archives of the Cassiar website, and but it shows the situation we were in at the time when I was there. The truck gets stuck, and then the cat tries to pull out the truck, and the cat got stuck, etc., etc. That was during the rainy season, and it was really, really bad. Okay, that just as an explanation. You have to excuse me, I'm not quite sure how to do the pictures yet, and I would like to actually be able to voice over, and I've ordered the book and it hasn't come in yet, so give me time. Next time it should be working properly. All right? I'll see you. Bye. There's some supplements in our food that were supposed to keep us less horny, and I suppose it worked. They did the same thing in the Army, or at least they claimed they'd done the same thing in the Army, but who knows. We weren't entirely without interest, and yet no one to look at. However, there's one exception. There was one woman. Her name was Bluebell. She was a daughter of a trapper. The trapper was a guy that set out trap lines for beaver and animals that he caught for their pelts. And he had a daughter. Now, she was about the ugliest thing you can imagine. And not only was she not very good looking, and that's a very kind statement, but she smelled to high heaven, because I don't think she believed in washing. And you could smell her coming. So everybody said, well, you know, when Bluebell starts looking good, it's time to get the hell out of here. Now, I don't know about you guys, but you know, after about 6 months, no matter what, when you're at that age and you're a man and you're halfway normal, something is kicking in, and she was starting to look a little bit better every day, and eventually I don't think even the smell would have kept us away, so we really had to watch that one. In addition to that, we had another accident. Another guy went off the cliff. This time he was able to jump out in time, so he was on the inside as the driver. In other words, he was going up, the mountain was on the left. He was at that point where he realized he couldn't make it, and so he just jumped out and let the truck go. Well, you should have heard it when we were called in. We were called all kinds of names. Among other things, they said, the next time you pull that stunt, you better go down with the truck. The truck costs a hell of a lot of money. You guys don't realize how much money's involved. Well, they were really getting us pretty ticked off. So we ended up talking to each other, and the drivers of those trucks said to me, Bernie, we're going to go on strike, all of us. They can't do without us, and we'd like you to join us. Well, I said, okay, sure, I'm going to join you. And I knew they were not going to lose all those drivers. They couldn't afford it. Well, little did I know, we went on strike, and the same day they gave us our walk-in papers. And they said, look, we don't need any of you guys. Well, we weren't bargaining for that one. And they kicked us out. Within the next day, we were gone. Our stuff was collected, and we were brought to the airport in Watson Lake. Well, the airport is a fancy statement for that little dirt field, but anyway, that was supposed to be the airport. And when we got there, we were a total of about 12 guys. There was a plane that had been ordered 2 weeks ago, we found out. And those sons of guns are trying to get us out of there because they didn't want to pay the flight. And you know, the agreement had been that if we quit within the year, we would have to pay our way out. Well, we quit within the year. We were pretty well made to quit, and they knew damn well we would quit. So that was one thing I didn't like about this company. And the other thing was that they had a company store, and that was the only way you could buy anything, including liquor, of course. And you couldn't buy it anywhere else. So on the one hand, they pay you, and on the other hand, they take it away right then and there. And of course, inflated prices and all that. So they weren't a very nice company. But be it as it may, I ended up on the street, in other words. They took the money out of our last pay. We had sent the pay ahead by, bank draft. So when I got out, of course, I had some money in the bank, and they had paid us, well, not terribly well, but we worked a lot of hours, a lot of overtime. So it came, we got it together. And besides, where could you spend it? So when we got back, I went to Edmonton, and from Edmonton I took a train to Montreal, where I started out from. And my father was in Montreal, my stepmother was in Montreal. My sister had since come over and come to Montreal as well, so I had family there. And when I got to Montreal, I started looking for a job. I'd been so damn undisciplined by now that I didn't really want to work for anybody. I was kind of ticked off with these guys, and said, well, I'm not going to work for anyone. I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to work as a salesman, maybe a commission salesman. I don't want any salaries. I just want to get commissions. I know I can sell. So I started in a job where I sold home study courses to people that didn't have enough education. I was a good one to talk. I didn't finish my schooling either, but anyway, this was sort of a GED course that they were taking, and I sold it to them. The term was $6 down, $6 a month. I'm going to tell you about that. There were some interesting years that I had, a total of 8 years that I did this. No salary, just commission. You worked, you got paid. You didn't work, you didn't get paid. And I made a pretty nice bundle. I mean, I did pretty well at $6 down and $6 a month. Again, figure 1 to 10. It's the same thing as $60 down now and $60 a month, and that's not as bad. And if you do enough, if you do 30 or 40 of those a month, you can do all right. But you have to go from door to door. You have to have some way of getting to these doors. You have to prepare the people to see you, and you have to travel a lot. And I picked the most remote areas you can think of. I mean, really, it was incredible. And but during this time, I met my wife, and I'll have to tell you about that. I think I'm going to leave it for now and save that for next time. It's going to be interesting. I'm telling you, some of those stories are wild. You won't believe them. So, guys, have fun. I'll be back in a week, and I'll talk to you then. And in the meantime, if you can get my numbers up, I would certainly appreciate that. Thanks. Bye, guys.